Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome back to my channel Leela Web Dev. So we are learning about the JavaScript map series, right? In the previous video, we have learned all the important methods available in the JavaScript. We have learned about the set, get, has, delete, clear, size, keys, values, entries. So many things we have learned it. Now that we know how to add and how to retrieve the data from a map. The next question is, how do we loop through all the entries inside a map? I have shown you some basic things, so how we can do it. Let's try to understand. If you have worked with the objects before, you have probably used something like object.keys, object.values, object.entries, these type of things. But map is very different. A map is iterable by default. Actually, a map is iterable only by default, which means iteration makes easier and cleaner. Let's see how it is. So as this one is an iterable by default, if you try to see the map, so let's try to create a simple map. Constant employee is equal to employees is equal to new map. So I am having a new map and I will try to set some maps here. I will try to set some maps like this. So employees.set John, David, something like this with IDs. Suppose I want to print every employee. So the easiest way to print every employee is using a for of loop. Let's try to do it. For constant entry of employees, and here I can print console.log entry. As I already told you, what will happen, it will give you an array of details. So I have shown you, right? Let's try to run this one. So you'll be able to see like this. You'll be able to see the output is something like this. Each item written from a map is an array containing two values. The first value is the key and the second value is the corresponding value. You are able to see the first one will be always the key and the second one, so it will be an array of values like this. So instead of accessing the entry of 0, entry of 1, something like this, we cannot able to access those things. JavaScript gives us a much clearer way. We can use array destructuring. So for example, let's say that, so you are having like this, right? Instead of having like this, you can also use id comma name, and here you can use id comma name. Now if I try to run this one, so you will be able to get this output. Now this output is much easier to read. This is the most common way you will see maps being iterated in the production applications. Iterating only keys. Sometimes we don't want the values, we want only the keys. So then what we would be doing, so here I can remove this this one, so I can get only the employees dot keys. So I can we have a method, right? So I can use this one, and if I try to print the id, so we'll be able to get only the keys are printed. If you want to get the values, means same simple. So you have the method something like employees dot values, and if I try to see, you'll be able to get the values. Again, this makes the code much cleaner than manually extracting the values. Now let's use the entries method. So normally if you try to see here, you can use this employees dot entries, right? And here you can able to get the id comma name, the same thing, id comma name. And if I try to print the value, so here you will be able to get the id comma name. You will be able to get it in a, this output is exactly the same. Now here is an interesting question. If for of already works, why do we even need the entries? The answer is that a map's default iterator is entries only. So these two pieces, so whatever the thing you are trying to write it here without entries, right? These two pieces are one and the same only. These two ways of writing the code is one and the same only. Both produce the same result because of that one. Maps also provides a for each method also. Let's try to, I will try to show you. Employees dot for each. We can also use the for each method also. Map also provides this one. But here you will be able to see the difference will be there. Name comma key, you will get it. So here you can write console.log name comma id. So these are different, not different. So here you need to understand, often confuses the developers is its callback parameter order. The callback receives value and also a key, not the key and value. This is one of the most common interview questions related to maps. So remember it carefully. So converting the map to an array. So we can also convert the map to an array also. Sometimes an API or library expects an array instead of a map. So luckily converting a map into an array is very easy. The simplest way is using the spread operator. So normally what I can do it is here console dot so here I can use constant result is equal to, I can use it spread operator like this. So automatically this will be converted into an array. Console.log result. If I try to check the output for this one, if I run it, you'll be able to see this one will be converted into an array. What is the action? I don't know what happened. We'll try to run it. Yeah, now you'll be able to see it has been converted into an array. The output you'll be able to see. You can also use array dot from also. So like array dot from of employees, array dot from of employees. You can also use this method also. You can use it. If I try to run it, the same output you will be able to see. Both approaches produce the same result. So now we have converted a map into an array. We can also convert object into a map also. So now let's say that I am having constant, I'm having a student data. Let's say I already have the data with me. So let's say that I'm having object like this. Can we convert this object into a map? Yes, we can convert it. So I have already told you, right? Constant student map is equal to new map. We need to create new map of object dot entries of, so we need to send the student. That's it. So it will be array of array like that, and you will be automatically and you can able to automatically do the student map. That's it. Now if you try to, so you will be able to see that is a map. So this is extremely useful when working with the JSON or the APIs. Remember that object keys will become strings if they are not already strings or symbols. So now real world example, if you are building an e-commerce application, each product has a unique ID. You can store products something like this. So you can use it something like this. You can do it, right? So you can use it something like this. I will try to show you. So here you can create a cart and you can set the ID and the details like this. Whenever you need product information, you can simply call using the get with the product ID. And we can also use something like cache also. So if you want to use it in the cache also, you can use it that one. This is also one of the most common real world examples. So common mistakes is mistake number 1, which you will be able to see, trying to access the values using indexes of 0, of 1, something like that. Employees of 0, this will return the undefined. Maps are not arrays. They don't support the index based access. Mistake number 2, trying to use it with a dot notation. Employees dot name, employees dot like that. So we cannot able to get those details also. So this creates a normal object property. It does not add an entry to the map. So always use the set and get only. So I will try to ask you some mind bending question for this one. Let's end up with a quick challenge. So here I will have something like this one. So let's try to see the output for this. So here I am having a map and I would be trying to do the console.log something like this. So what could be the output for this? So what gets printed? The answer is, if you try to see, the original object followed by a. So previously we used to get the object string object, right? Map preserves the object itself as the key. Unlike objects, it never converts the key into a object. That's it. So in this video we have learned how to iterate through a map, convert it into arrays and objects, and explore some practical real world examples also. We have seen it. In the next video we will dive into the internal working of the JavaScript map, understanding how lookups are so fast, discuss time complexity. These all the things we'll try to see, and advanced some interview questions also you'll see. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.